loser Kari Lake has continued to lose allies in the Arizona Republican Party after admitting to secretly recording them. Now, recently she was loudly booed as she addressed party loyalists at a mega church, and now at least a dozen Republicans, including elected officials, candidates, and donors, told the Washington Post that Lake and her allies have apparently been recording conversations and then leaking them, which has caused a few trust issues in the fact that they don't trust her as far as they can throw her. "I don't trust her. I am done," said Barbara Willey, an 81-year-old lifelong Republican who turned on Lake after a recording leaked against former state GOP chair Jeff DeWit, who, by the way, tried to get Lake to not run for Senate by offering her a cushy corporate job. He told her that it's important that important individuals did not want her to run for that Senate seat because they were afraid she was going to lose. She called this an attempted bribe, but insists that even though she made the recording, she wasn't the one who leaked it. Well, okay, but who else has access to Kari Lake's secret recording stash? All right? It's got to be somebody, it's got to be either her or somebody in her orbit, and knowing the propensity of how much Kari Lake actually lies, I don't believe her for a second that she didn't leak it. I mean, again, who else would have access to Kari Lake's secret recordings? Now, nobody's buying it. Willey said this: when she did that to Jeff DeWit, it's like, okay, she's wired for everybody. Watch what you say around Kari, because it can and will be used against you. Former State House Speaker Kirk Adams, now a political and business consultant, said this of Lake, quote, "To the extent that people in the party have character questions and authenticity questions about Kari Lake, this story plays into those questions." Oh, okay, but this is what plays into the questions about Kari Lake. Okay. Not the fact that she refused for a very, very long time to accept the reality that she is not the temporarily embarrassed governor of Arizona, that she indeed lost the election and lost every single court case related to challenging the election results. That's why I call her loser Kari Lake, because she keeps on losing, and boy, does she lose big time. Okay? And hopefully she'll lose again. Now, that said, the reason that Kari Lake, and that plays into the reason why Kari Lake was, I think, offered a bribe, cushy job, Republicans look at her and they're like, that lady's crazy. She crazy. We're not going to win if we run crazy. Okay, we already tried it before. Didn't work. They see an opportunity to take Kyrsten Sinema's seat. Kyrsten Sinema, deeply unpopular, because she decided to leave the Democratic Party, and we don't know if she's running or not, but again, she's deeply unpopular. Democrats don't like her. They despise her, actually, because of that party switch, because of, her actions on making sure that people don't get paid a living wage, $15 an hour, which is not even a living wage anymore at this point. But at the time, it was, and she gave it a big fat no. And so Republicans are looking to, be able to steal that seat. That'd make all the difference in the Senate. And by the way, it's not steal, but, come in and swipe that seat from the Democrats, through an election. I don't mean to intimate that Republicans are actually trying to steal elections. That's not what I'm saying. But I got to be clear. You don't want to confuse me for being Kari Lake, after all. Okay? But again, they see the opportunity to take her seat and get some wins and take over the Senate. But Lake puts it all in danger because she is a nut job that believes in unhinged conspiracy theories and is embarrassing. She's already had that against her, and now everybody thinks that, is Kari Lake wearing a wire? Well, we're not going to want to talk to Kari Lake or say anything important around Kari Lake, because who knows? Who knows if she's recording? I don't know. She's like a walking hot mic. That's not winning her any friends. And not only that, but her saying of the recording that she had made and allegedly didn't leak, see, this is why the entire Arizona Republican Party is corrupt. That's not making you any friends. All right. It turns out in politics, you kind of need some friends. You kind of need some allies. You kind of need people to go to bat for you. You know what I'm saying? Especially in these more local elections. Now, DeWit said the release of our conversation by Lake confirms a disturbing tendency to exploit private interactions for personal gain. Yes, because that's who she is. Other private conversations involving Lake and fellow Republicans have wound up being publicly disclosed, and GOP activists say that they don't trust the former TV news anchor. Although they did say that they'd probably still vote for her. Because of course, right? Of course. No, we don't trust her. She's probably recording us at all times and is going to try and use it against us. You know, she's a snake, but we'll still vote for her. Republicans, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? Well, I mean, we'd rather have that than a Democrat win. Oh, okay, I see, yeah. Still, Gary Morris chaired the Gila County Republican Committee, says anybody that's worked with her and into the future are going to wonder, is she recording me? I mean, those who were booing felt betrayed that outside of politics or inside of politics, you just do not audio tape somebody for personal benefit. Well, if you vote for her, then you're kind of sanctioning that behavior. You're kind of saying that, well, we don't like that, and totally unforgivable, except that we're going to forgive you by giving you a Senate seat. Republicans, come on, Jesus. But again, Kari Lake, getting back to who she is someone who definitely looks out for herself and her own opportunity, even if it costs her friends and allies that she may end up needing one day.